Greetings, people of the internet. I am ArtKing3000 here for a new ZUBB Collection Club video. This month, I am continuing showing off my expanded Marvel Ledgends collection. The first ZUBB Collection Club video I did was of Marvel Legends, and that got more views than any other video I ever had. And so I decided to just feed the cash cow and just show off my new additions to my collection. Starting off, how about Onslaught? This is the first and only Build-A-Figure I've ever completed. I'm only one part away from completing three different Build-A-Figures, but this one was my first. I just thought Onslaught was a cool character, and his design is rather awesome. And, I actually modified this back piece for Onslaught. This is actually just a wood, the peg was originally on, this back shell piece. But I was afraid that was going to break eventually, and it actually felt like it. So what I did was glue in a dowel into the body, added a little piece of foam to make it a little more firm placement, and drilled the hole where the original peg was, and it just fits on rather much more snug than before. Next up, we have Wolverine. This is from the vintage wave because I skipped out on the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure one. I only saw that figure once in stores, so when the vintage wave was releasing this figure, I just had to get it. Next up, we have another figure from the vintage wave. This is Iron Man. You saw this guy in my last ZUBB Collection Club video. The articulation isn't really that great on this figure, honestly, and not surprising because it uses a older figure mold. What can you do? Next up, we have Venom Pool. Again, you saw this in a previous ZUBB Collection Club video, back when Deadpool stole my channel for a day. Okay. Next up, we have Demolition Man, or Scourge, whatever you like to call him. I prefer to call him Demolition Man because I've already associated the name Scourge to a character from the Sonic the Hedgehog universe. Next up, we have the Invincible Iron Man. Originally, I was not a big fan of this Iron Man design, but later on it's since grown on me, and this figure is actually pretty cool. One more thing. Can you hear that? That is the left arm of the Iron Man figure. Does anyone else have that problem? And should I be concerned about that? I'm just curious. Next up, we have the Ares figure from the Thor Ragnarok wave. Also, this one technically counts as a Build-A-Figure because it originally was a Build-A-Figure. Ares. I got this guy because he was pretty cool looking, and also watching Wonder Woman, Ares was the main villain of the movie, so meh. And this is another vintage wave figure, Spider-Man. I skipped out on the Pizza Spider-Man back when it was released, just because I wasn't collecting 6-inch action figures at the time. So I got this one as a second chance. And I really like this figure. It just has that it just has a very classic design, and I'm a big fan of nostalgia, what can I say? Next up, we have another Spider-Man. Spider-Man, this is the, I'm really not sure what this Spider-Man suit is called, but it's the one where he makes himself after the whole Superior Spider-Man arc. This is from the Spider-Man and Mary Jane 2-pack. Speaking of which, here is Mary Jane herself. I really like this figure. This is really cool. And next up, we're going to move on to the live-action Marvel Legends. Here is the Punisher. Although these are not the original hands of the figure, these came from a Whirlwind figure just because one of the hands to the original figure broke. Next we have Daredevil. Gotta say, I'm not really a big fan of this figure. I don't know, it's just not that great in my opinion. Oh well. Next up we have Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I actually like the character Electro from the movie, although he does have some problems, admittedly. But he was a cool character, I guess. Also, I needed to build the figure part and just to build up my Sinister Six team. Next up, we have Hela from Thor Ragnarok. A pretty cool character, villain, and action figure. Next up is Gamora. This one's a bit of a mod. I had to repaint the eyes because I didn't really like how they looked originally. I painted the hair black just to match the comic book style a bit. And I also trimmed off most of the half of the coat, so it's just a regular jacket and not like a trench coat type of thing. Not a bad figure, but could be better, I guess. Next up is Nebula. A really cool figure. I really like the metallic paint on it and just the color of the plastic they used for this figure. Really cool figure, what can I say? Next up, we have Black Panther. This is from the Black Panther wave. After the first time I saw the second trailer for the movie, I was just amazed on it. It was just super cool. And at the end of the trailer, it said coming soon. And I just responded like, not soon enough. So I went out and bought this figure. I really hope the Black Panther movie will be good because the trailer was awesome. Next, we have the Astro form Doctor Strange from the movie. The reason I bought this figure was just because it was on clearance. I got this for like $5 to $10, I think. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. Next up, we have Yondu. Although this is not his original jacket, this is actually Star-Lord's. I just thought it looked better on him. After watching him Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, he just became a really cool character. And so I just had to have him in my collection. Next up, we have Iron Man Mark 42. You can tell it's Mark 42 because it has more gold than Hot Rod Red. See? Originally, I was not a big fan of this Iron Man armor just because, I don't know, it just felt like it had too much gold and the gold was a little too dull. dull to be cool looking. Although, after seeing Iron Man 3 and seeing what the armor can actually do, I actually grew... The Mark 42 actually just grew on me. I still consider Iron Man 3 the worst of the trilogy, but at least it had a cool armor in it. And last but not least, we have my custom Marvel Legends. First up, we have... here it is. The Krampus. This started out as a jackal figure from a Spider-Man wave. I don't remember which one. I think it was the Sandman wave. Let's see. The cape was was made by using the tutorial from ZUBB. And that's about it. This is the Krampus custom. I also made a video on that figure, so go check that out. Check that out later. Next up, we have Captain Equestria, aka Twilight Sparkle, as a Captain America parody. Since Captain America's outfit was based off the American flag, I thought I based Captain Equestria's outfit off the equestrian flag. Most of the original figure remained. Most of the majority of the figure was mostly a repaint, although the hands came from Jessica Jones. And I had the sculpt in front of the hair to make it look more like Twilight Sparkles. I also made her shield, but I did not bring it out for this video. Next up, we have Thor. I've also made a video of this custom, although I actually made some modifications to this figure since then. Like, I gave him an actual belt instead of that karate belt thing. Painted the legs silver to make it look like that chainmail look. And these 3 stripes on his torso area were originally gold, but I changed the outer stripes brown and the middle stripe gunmetal. I also made him a hammer made from scratch, although I just like the movie Thor hammer more, so I'm just gonna find a way to modify this figure so he can hold it more properly. And last but certainly not least, we have Firestar. This was based off the character from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. And I'm just one Iceman figure away from completing the team. It's mostly based off her original design, although I kind of just added this black piece because the base figure had it and I just thought it looked cool. Also, I'm not a big fan of these high heels. It makes the figure a little hard to stand. But I have a figure in my fodder bin that has just regular flat shoes, so I can just replace the figure's feet anytime I want to. Firestorm, and that's about it. If you like my video and this customs and my figures, please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you wish to see more content from me, and be sure to check out my DeviantArt ArtKing3000. Thank you all for watching.